am Jonathan Knight, and this is B-Movie Madness. The movie I'm going to review tonight, well, it's a special one. It's a Lost on Video horror movie, Metal Noir. Now, this is a legitimately lost movie. It is not a new movie that was made and then claimed to be lost from the 80s. No, this is a legitimately lost. It was a lost movie. It was filmed in around 1989, 1990. Tony Masiello, from butchering your name, I apologize. Tony Masiello, he runs a website called SOVhorror.com where he does like a web series of interviews with people who have worked on shot and video horror movies, being directors, actors, etc. One day he was interviewing a filmmaker by the name of Jay Wolfel, and Jay gave him a box of VHS tapes. He says, "Here you go." On one of the tapes there was two movies. One movie was Hugh Gallagher's first movie, shot on video movie, Dead Silence. That's extremely hard and rare to find. It's now available on SRS Cinema, but at the time it was hard to find. And the movie on the tape before that was Metal Noir. Now, Tony has said that the quality was very bad on it, so at the time he didn't watch it for some time. And then eventually, even though the quality was really in rough shape, he watched it and really liked the movie. And he was like, well, this movie should be, I can't believe I never heard of this movie before. This movie should be released. So he contacted the director, David R. Williams, and David's like, yeah, I can't believe you want to ask about this movie. But he sent him the original 3/4 inch master tapes in the mail. Now, the bad news is when Tony got the tapes, they were covered in mold, and as a result, the transfer facilities would not touch the tapes. So back to square one. So then he contacted one of the actors in the movie, Charles Pinion, who said, yeah, I have a copy. I transferred it to DVD. I don't have the original VHS anymore, but I have the DVD, the digitized version of it. There was good news and bad news. Good news is that they had a copy of the movie that was in better quality shape than the tape that Tony had. Bad news is it was a work print of the movie, so it was missing credits, music, and it was even missing scenes. So what Tony had to do was reconstruct the movie, take the copy that Charles Pinion gave him, and then fill in the gaps of the missing scenes from his rougher looking copy, and remaster the music, create some credits, and release it. So Tony deserves really a lot of props for going the extra mile to get this movie out to us shot on video fans to watch. And I give him really major kudos for not only doing that, but for allowing me to watch a screener of the movie and give my opinion on the overall movie. I'm speechless. I'm really grateful for it. But never mind all that. What is Metal Noir about? Now, I'm very bad with plot descriptions, but it's basically about a horror novelist named Laurel who moves into this house. She has a case of the writer's block, so she goes in there, gets some new scenery and whatnot, And she finds out that the house has a very dark past. The former people who lived there was an anthropologist and a satanic wife were both killed. He killed the wife, and then he killed himself with this metal crown with spikes all around it. He stabbed himself in the face with it and all that. It's pretty cool. And eventually that dark past starts to creep onto Laurel, and she starts to get sucked into this basically a sacrifice to a dark god / force that wants her. And eventually her boyfriend gets sucked into it. Like I said, I'm not very good with plot descriptions, but I actually went into this movie extremely blind. I saw the trailer, and then I never read the plot description. I just I'm gonna go in blind. I know nothing about this. I see the title, the cover art, and a little bit of the trailer, and I'm like, I'm good. I went in this blind so I can have a fresh opinion about it. And no matter what, even if I didn't like the movie, I would still give it huge props for all the work that Tony did, and just for the fact that someone actually made a movie. But honestly, as a shot-on-video horror fan, I actually really, really enjoyed this movie. It has a lot of things going for it. For one thing, it actually has a pretty interesting premise. The horror writer in a house with a very dark past. Somebody killed himself and killed his wife. A lot of a great fast-paced story. Pretty solid acting for the most part. Shot-on-video horror movies, you usually get okay acting or Really bad acting. But here I thought the acting for the most part was pretty good. I thought the actress Michelle King, who played Laurel, was pretty good. I thought Charles Pinion, who plays the man who killed his wife and killed himself, he was really effective and creepy. He's probably my favorite thing in the movie. I just found him really effective, and he had a great, like, creepy, like, unsettling look to him. So kudos. The score for the movie, the main theme in particular was, oh man, I love me some shot on video music and shot on video movies. This is probably one of my favorite musical like pieces of score, or even if you want to call it score, pieces of music from a shot on video movie. Video Violence has my favorite still, but this is in the top 5. It was really, really cheese-tastic and great. Really added to the movie. It gave it that SOV charm that we all love and adore. Well, us fans do, anyways. As for the gore, it does get pretty gory and violent. There's a lot of blood. There's there's a lot of stabbings. There's I think a disemboweling early on. There is plenty of gore, and the makeup effects are actually pretty good. I thought, shot on video, you can either get really like surprisingly good or really cheap, and I thought this one was surprisingly good makeup effects. I thought the best things in the movie besides Charles Pinion was the nightmare vision sequences where Laurel keeps on having these nightmares and visions. And there's one in particular where she's like being crucified and she's being eaten by zombies that was really very creepy and effective. It reminded me a lot of Sledgehammer, not in the similarity, but how the shot on video look made Sledgehammer creepier because it gave it that dreamlike quality. And I think the shot on video look did the same thing for this movie. It actually made it slightly creepier, and it made those scenes creepier for it. Also, I really like the Evil Dead inspired camera work. I love the camera work in the Evil Dead movies. It's some of my favorite ever. And I really like the Evil Dead camera work. I think it gave the movie an energy. Because a lot of shot and video movies could be like point and shoot. Simple, to the point. But David R. Williams did a lot of work to make sure the camera, if there were some interesting shots. And there's a lot of cool camera work. And there's even a really good Texas Chainsaw Massacre reference about maybe half hour into the movie. It was pretty neat. There's a great sex scene in the movie that ends up, camera panning down from Laurel and her boyfriend having sex to down into the cellar where Charles Pinion's character is having sex with his wife while they're dosed in blood. So you do get some nudity and some sex, stuff you want in the movie. And I think, the third act to the movie, the finale in general, was really entertaining. How everything built up to that point was really well done. If I have to nitpick anything, and it's just a small nitpick, is I found the ending slightly anticlimactic. I thought if it just cut a little before that, it would have been a little bit more effective, but or showed a little bit after it. Either way, it was a very small nitpick. I've seen worse endings. M. Night Shyamalan is the king of worse endings. But as for the movie, yeah, I really enjoyed it. As far as, I don't know where I would place it in my shot and video list. When I pick up a DVD copy, I'll probably watch it again and just kind of watch it over time and see where I place it. But that's the thing, I really do want to rewatch it, so I can't wait till the DVD becomes available. Because if you want to own this movie, you got two options. You got a very limited edition VHS that SRS Cinema is selling on their store. And when I mean extremely limited, there's 25 copies only, and it's probably less than that by now. But there's a DVD coming out. I'll have all the links down below. It's coming soon. The link for you'll be able to purchase it soon. There'll be commentary tracks on it, interviews, and all that with Hugh Gallagher, who forgot to mention in my little thing. But Hugh Gallagher, who was the director of Goregasm, Gorotic and Gore Horror, he shot this movie and he has a little role in it. He has interviews about the gore stuff on that DVD. So if you really want to buy this movie, which I highly recommend you purchase a copy if you're a shot on video fan, you either can get the limited edition VHS or you can get the DVD, which is coming soon. I'm not sure if I can get the VHS yet. I might. You never know. But I'm definitely getting the DVD. Once again, if you are a shot on video horror fan, I highly recommend this. If you've never seen a shot on video horror movie before, they're the definition, in my opinion, of acquired taste. So I would try stuff like Video Violence, Blood Lake, Redneck Zombies, Boarding House, Sledgehammer, those kind of stuff. And you're like, I enjoy these. Definitely check out Metal Noir. If you don't enjoy them, I don't think it'd be right for you. But for you hardcore horror fans, yes, I definitely recommend checking out this movie. Once again, big thanks to Tony Masello. Like I said, if I'm butchering your name, I apologize. Big thanks to Tony for not only, putting a lot of hard work and getting this movie back out there, but big thanks for letting me review a screener for it and help you spread the word about it. Down below in the description, there'll be links where to purchase it. There'll be the original article he wrote with more details and his website in general. Again, big thanks. If you are a fan of my channel, or if you like my channel, subscribe to me. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, little bell thing. Comments, any opinions down below. Tell me your favorite shot on video horror movie down below. That would be pretty cool. We can discuss that. But once again, I'm Jonathan Knight, and this has been B Movie Madness. Thanks for watching.